José Mourinho is going back to Real Madrid, 13 years after he left. Florentino Perez has already spoken to him directly. Talks are accelerating. Benfica is already searching for his replacement, and Mourinho has 2 non-negotiable demands before he signs anything. Welcome to Soccer World News. This is one of the biggest managerial stories in years, and it is happening right now today as El Clasico kicks off tonight. Let's break it all down. So, let's start with what we actually know, because the reporting on this story is now coming from multiple credible sources simultaneously, which is always the sign that something is real. David Ornstein of The Athletic, one of the most reliable transfer reporters in the world, has confirmed that Real Madrid have held talks over reappointing Mourinho. Ornstein says Mourinho is happy at Benfica but is open to the possibility of returning to the Bernabéu. His agent Jorge Mendes is actively working on the deal. Separately, journalist Matteo Moretto reports that significant advances have already been made, that Florentino Perez wants Mourinho, and that Benfica are already looking for his replacement. Portuguese outlet A Bola went even further, reporting that Mourinho is already, in their words, in the dressing room of Real Madrid, meaning he is being kept fully informed of everything happening at the club in real time. Spanish outlet AS claims he was personally briefed about the Valverde-Tchouaméni fight. He already knows what he is walking into. Real Madrid's general manager José Angel Sanchez is reportedly the driving force behind the push for Mourinho's appointment on the club's side. And according to multiple Spanish and Portuguese reports, direct talks between Perez and Mourinho are expected to take place next week, once El Clasico is out of the way and Real Madrid's La Liga fate is mathematically settled. Here's the remarkable part about the contractual side of this story. Getting Mourinho out of Benfica is actually straightforward, almost suspiciously straightforward for a deal of this magnitude. When Mourinho signed at Benfica last year, his contract included a mutual release clause. Both the club and Mourinho retain the right to exit the contract within 10 days of the end of their season, for a fee of just $3 million, approximately $3.5 million. For Real Madrid, a club that generates over $1 billion in annual revenue, that is essentially pocket change. They could trigger that clause without blinking. Mourinho's contract with Benfica runs officially until June 2027, but that clause changes everything. The moment the Portuguese season ends, which happens in the coming weeks, the 10-day window opens. If Real Madrid want to move fast, they can, and all signs point to them moving very fast indeed. Mourinho himself, when asked directly by Portuguese media whether he could guarantee he would still be Benfica's manager next season, gave a deliberately ambiguous answer. He said he could not guarantee it. He said it does not just depend on him. And then he added, significantly, that there is nothing confirmed from Real Madrid, which is a very careful way of not saying no. Now here's the most fascinating part of this story, what Mourinho is actually asking for. Because his demands, according to Sky Sports and Fox Sports, are not about salary. They are about power and control. Demand number 1, absolute sporting control. Mourinho wants to be the final word on squad decisions, transfers in and out, and the entire footballing operation. No committee, no sporting director overriding him. Mourinho decides. This is entirely consistent with how he has operated at every club he has managed. He needs to be the authority figure. Demand number 2, a full restructure of Real Madrid's medical department. This one is pointed and specific, and given the injury crises the club has suffered this season, including Mbappé's recurring hamstring and knee problems, Valverde now in hospital, and multiple other fitness issues across the squad, you can see exactly why he is asking for it. Mourinho wants to come in and overhaul the entire physical management structure of the club from the ground up. There is also a third element being reported: full disciplinary authority over the squad. This is the one that makes the most sense given the current chaos. The Valverde-Tchouaméni fight, the Mbappé petition, players reportedly not talking to the manager, 6 players supposedly blanking Arbeloa. Mourinho's entire managerial identity is built on command and discipline. Perez knows exactly what he is buying, a coach who will walk into that dressing room and immediately demand compliance. No exceptions, no special privileges, not even for Mbappé. And here is something worth noting. Sources close to Vinicius Jr. have indicated they would not oppose a Mourinho appointment, despite earlier concerns given some of Mourinho's comments this year about racism allegations involving the Brazilian. That is a significant detail. If Vinicius, the most important player in the squad and effectively its leader, is not blocking this appointment, there is no obvious internal resistance. Meanwhile, back in Lisbon, Benfica is not sitting still. According to Marca and multiple Portuguese sources, the club has already accepted internally that Mourinho's departure is becoming a realistic scenario, and they are determined not to be caught by surprise. Their number one target to replace him is Marco Silva, the current Fulham manager. Silva is Portuguese, which matters enormously at Benfica. He has had an impressive run in the Premier League, transforming Fulham into a consistent mid-table side that plays attractive attacking football. His philosophy, high-press, possession-based, direct attacking play, aligns well with what Benfica's president Rui Costa wants to see. The complication: Marco Silva is in demand. Following another strong season at Fulham, multiple clubs across Europe are reportedly interested in him. Benfica know they cannot simply assume he will come. They will need to move quickly and make a compelling offer the moment they are certain Mourinho is gone. Benfica are currently on course for a strong domestic finish. They are fighting for the Portuguese league title in what has been a competitive season. The irony is that Mourinho may be leaving Benfica in their best shape in years, for a Real Madrid that is in some of the worst shape in recent memory. That contrast, thriving club leaving for a broken one, is the kind of challenge Mourinho has always said he thrives on. José Mourinho, Real Madrid, 13 years later, talks confirmed. A $3.5 million release clause, 2 non-negotiable demands about power and medical restructuring. Benfica already looking at Marco Silva as his replacement, and Mourinho reportedly already being briefed on everything happening inside the dressing room. This is happening. The only question is when and whether Mourinho's conditions are ones Perez is actually willing to meet, because giving a manager absolute sporting control has never exactly been Florentino Perez's style. Do you want Mourinho back at Real Madrid? Can he fix what is broken at the Bernabéu? Drop your take in the comments and subscribe to Soccer World News for every update on this story as it develops. See you next time.